Hey, another video to dive specifically into task management because we've improved a lot of things in this latest release, which is point 23, I think, of the routine desktop app. So let's go through every point. The first thing that we've done, which has been requested for quite some time, is the ability to block time multiple times for a single task. So let me show you. In the past, basically, when you were blocking time, which by the way, you can actually use the tab key to circle through all of your calendars, as I've mentioned in other video. But before you would block time, the task disappears from the task of the day because we consider that now the calendar, the timeline, has become the primary point for this item, because having time in your calendar is more important than having a task in the list. That's the philosophy behind routine. But before, you could just have it like this, and that was basically it. Now what you can do is that you can drag to move it around as you could do before, but now you can even press the Alt key and you can see the plus appearing to say I want to basically create another instance, like duplicating a bit of that time block. If I drop it, now I've got two of those, and obviously, as you can imagine, you can do that as many times as you want. Now, if you open the task itself, now you will have all of the allocations, the one in the past and the one currently running or in the future. Another thing that we've done is the ability to drag and drop between sections. What I mean by sections is those overdue, upcoming, unplanned. In the past, it was not possible, so let me maybe do that. Actually, I can delete and put that back here. Now you could say this one actually I don't want to do it. I want to put it in upcoming, and it's going to be planned for the future, which is another week basically. But the other way around is true as well. You could drag into the today section and the task appears here. The same is true in the calendar sections, which makes moving things around with drag and drop a lot easier than before. One thing that we have also done regarding drag and dropping is the ability to drag and drop inside events or even inside allocation, which is time blocked. So you could drop inside a task. It would become a task in the notes within that other task, which is great if you want to group things together, and basically the upper task acts as a kind of block of things to do. But again, that's for you to give it the meaning that you want. Another thing is now we've introduced, first we've renamed, before it was called won't do, to signify that this task, I'm not going to do it for whatever reason. But losing the information by deleting the task doesn't feel right, because there might be a reason why you decided not to do it. So we had this won't do action. We've renamed it discard, and we have introduced a discarded section that you can see here, which is great for seeing what you have decided not to do on that day. But even more, what we've done is that in the past days, there are actually, I don't know if I'll see one, probably not, but there will be tasks. You can see here. This is a task that I had originally planned on doing and I didn't do. So if I open it, you can see that I planned it for November 17th, but it's not done. So currently it's going to be in the overdue section. But going back in time, I can see what I had planned to do, but I didn't do. Likewise, if I had completed or discarded tasks in the past, which I can't manage to find, but I would see them here, which is great because it acts as a journal in a sense of seeing what I've done or not done in the past. This is a test account, so it's not representative of a real account, but every day you would see, I've done this, I decided not to do this, and I had planned on doing this, but I didn't do. Actually, about the sections again, we decided, following your recommendations, to add the sections in the future days so that you could plan maybe an overdue task in the future by dropping it in your timeline or whatever you want. The same is true for the calendar. The sections here you can drag in between the sections, also in between the bottom, but also drag an allocation from here to whatever sections. And likewise, we followed the same rule, which is in the future weeks, you also have the sections. This way, you can better plan the upcoming weeks. Something that we've also fixed, so to speak, is the bottom sheet in the calendar. When you have a lot of tasks, which is not my case right now. Let me try to do something like this. Let me move stuff around like that, and that. As you can see, easy to do. Now I've got a lot here, but now I can actually scroll within that list. In the past, we had an expanded version, and then people complained because it doesn't show everything. Even before, we had two sizes. So we said to get rid of all of that and just make it scrollable, which is easier. So that's what you have now. Another thing that we've improved is search, because before the search was not representative of the status of the task. So let me explain what I mean. Let's say I'm going to call a task search completed, and I'm going to complete and maybe search discarded, and I'm going to discard it, which is this. Now if I search here and I say search, you'll see that the icon represents the status of the task. So it's easier to actually distinguish between maybe two tasks that have very similar name or even the same name, but you know that one is to be done and one has already been done or something like this. What else? Duplicating. Yes, now you can duplicate tasks. So if you right click, for instance, or do Command or Control D, you see here, you can actually duplicate a task. And that's very good to quickly recreate something with the same properties, basically. The same is true actually for events. So let's say you want to duplicate that event, and what's going to happen is that you're going to be brought to the calendar so that everything's filled in with the same information, the same participants, etc. You have the copy here to really know that something is different, and you can adjust and then create if you want to. That's really it about task management, which starts to be pretty complete with the recurring, the duplication. So yeah, it's really getting a lot better. A lot of polishing has been done. We hope that you will like it. We're very happy about what we've been able to do in the past few months, and a lot more is coming very, very soon. So stay tuned. Thanks.